Hey everybody, this is Sang here, and you're listening to Take 5 podcast. Welcome to this podcast where we talk about everything under the sun, especially the things that our brains do. Let's be real, our brains are fucked up, and it makes us do fucked up shit. So we're just gonna talk about it today, okay? Today I'm gonna talk about something that I have done in the past, which I am not so proud that I did. But in hindsight, I had to go through that experience because if I did not do what I did, I wouldn't have the wisdom that I have today. And so I'm going to be a big sister today, or your friend, or whatever is that you see me as. And I'm going to share some insights with you. So the fucked up thing that I did in the past was falling hard, head over heels, for someone who didn't give a shit about me, who barely liked me back. And so, if you are in this situation right now, or if you have been in this situation, or if you think you're going to fall into this situation, this podcast is for you. So the question here is, why do we do this? Why do we catch feelings for people who barely like us? Why are we out here romanticizing someone who just replies, okay, haha, to our heartfelt, carefully curated message? Like, I'm out here thinking and overthinking every word that I want to say to you, every text, every full stop, every comma. I'm curating it carefully. I'm trying to write as if I'm writing to the president of a country. But all I get back is, oh, okay, that's great. Yeah, same, me too. So why do we do this? Why do we obsess over people who give us the bare minimum? Why are we out here chasing wild goose? And how do we stop this shit? Okay, tell me honestly, and I'm gonna be honest with you too. Have they ever liked your story, maybe on Instagram or WhatsApp? Or they texted you first? Or they said goodnight? And when they did this, did it make you feel like you're the only girl in the world? It did for me. I felt like, wow, this person really likes me. This person wants to know what's up with my life, always checking in on my story. And I would put all these stories to get their attention, you know? I would put my selfies, I would try to look cute, or like I'll be like out and about, and I'll be like, you know what, I'm busy. You're not the only one that I'm talking to. You know? To show like that thing. So funny when I think about it now. And also when they texted me first, sometimes once in a blue moon, I'll be so happy and I'll be like, wow, this person really wants to talk to me and get to know me, you know? Or like sometimes when they say good night or good morning text, I'll be like, wow, this person thinks of me when they wake up and thinks of me when they sleep. It made me feel really special. But here's the harsh truth, you guys. Sometimes we mistake attention for affection. We take the tiniest, most basic form of interaction and turn them into a love story. If I could write a whole ass book of the things that I created in my head with that person, I think it would be #1 bestseller. So why do we do this shit to ourselves? You know? I put up this question on Instagram. Why do we catch feelings for people who barely like us back? And one of our follower, Smartest Goose, replied back, we accept the love we think or feel we deserve. And that's from a movie, Perks of Being a Wallflower. I've not watched that movie. Maybe I should. I've heard so many good things about this movie. And it's kind of true. We think we deserve that, so we settle for that. You know, that's kind of sad. Along with that, there are also other reasons, so let's talk about that. The first one is the scarcity effect. When someone gives us very little, our brain tricks us into thinking it's rare and valuable. The less they give, the more we want it, because now it feels like a challenge. The second one is we romanticize potential, not reality. We don't fall for who they are, we fall for who we think they could be. And I can really relate to this because now that I think about it, I'm like, why did I even like this person, you know? There was nothing special about them. Now I'm just like, I only like them because I had this image that I created out of them and what they could be, their potential, and I wasn't really looking into the reality, who they actually were. Number 3, we want what we can't have. If someone is too available, we get bored. But if they are slightly emotionally unavailable, then we are like, oh my God, I must have them. You know, the more they run, the more we chase. The more they ghost us, the more we obsess over them. Yeah, it's a whole life cycle and it's fucked up, but yeah. So how do we stop this madness? Because let's be honest, let's be real, it's not cute. Okay? This scenario, you don't want it in your life. You don't want this in your life. It's not cute. It's terrible. And it just crashes every ounce of your self-worth. Everything that you have carefully built about yourself, of yourself throughout the years, throughout all these experiences that you had in high school, comparing yourself to other people and all these insecurities, as you grow up, you kind of build yourself back brick by brick. But when this thing happens, all this foundation that you have built of your self-worth, it really crashes down. And it's sad that we attach our self-worth to this one person. But when they treat us like that, it just happens. At least it did for me. So it's not a beautiful scenario. It's not romantic. It's only good in movies and books. But in real life, we don't want this. You don't want this, okay? We need to stop this madness. So how do we do that? We need to look at their actions, not their words. Look at their actions. What do they do? Do they do what they say they would, or they just say it and never do it? That's something that you should look out for. Do they actually make an effort, or they just respond when it's convenient for them? They just come to you when it's convenient for them. And when you want them, when you text them, when you call them, they're not there. They don't respond. They're just MIA. If someone really likes you, you don't have to decode everything they say. Every text message is like a CIA agent. Ask yourself, do I even like them? Are you actually into them? Or you just like the chase, the attention, and the idea of them? Because half the time, we are just attached to proving we are good enough to be chosen. And I can really relate to this because when that person did not give me that attention that I wanted, it hurt my ego. And I was like, how dare you reject me? Why can't you see that I am great, that I am beautiful, or that I can be a great partner, a great girlfriend, or whatever is that I was looking for? Why can't you see that? You cannot reject me. I'm gonna make you see my worth. So I did all these things to get their attention. And it's funny now. But then it was a very desperate attempt. The way we talk, the way we are, the pictures putting up on Instagram, thirst traps and all that. I did all these things. But it never really worked because they never really liked me in the first place for who I am. They were only, I guess, attracted to parts of me. And so they only came to me when it was convenient for them. But that was that. They didn't want it, the whole of me, the whole of who I am, what makes me sung. So this doesn't go anywhere. This doesn't lead anywhere. Okay? No matter how hard you try, they're never going to see it. Because they don't. They don't like you like that. Stop romanticizing the bare minimum. A good morning text is not love. A miss you text after ignoring you for weeks, that is not effort. You see, guys, love is not a puzzle. You shouldn't have to figure out if someone really likes you. If they really like you, you'll just know it. And you might be asking, Sang, how would I know it? How would I just know it? And I wish I had a very clear-cut definition or an explanation for you, but you'll just know when someone likes you for who you are, when someone really likes you. Your heart and mind will be at peace. I think that's one thing that I can tell you. You wouldn't be decoding, dissecting every word that they're trying to tell you, every emotion that they're trying to express. You won't be thinking, overthinking at midnight, okay, what did he mean by that? What did they mean by this? What did she mean by that? You'll just know it. It will be easy. So if you have to overthink it, it's probably not love. It's not real. Maybe it's attraction, but nothing more. So I want to tell you that we need to stop romanticizing zero effort. Let's just keep it to books and movies. All right? You deserve someone who shows up, who is consistent, and who actually makes the effort. Because that's what you have to give as well, isn't it? I knew then that I had all these things that I had to give. I had all these gifts that I had to give. But I was just trying to give it to the wrong person. And when I didn't get back, it just shattered my sense of self-worth and self-esteem. And now I have all these gifts, and there is another person who gives me the same. So you will find that person. You will find that person who is out there for you, who will treat you the way you would treat them, who would love you the way you would love them. You shouldn't have to try so hard, okay? In fact, you don't have to try at all. The right person will just love you, the whole of you. It won't matter what you do. It won't matter to them. You just have to be yourself, okay? So if you're in this kind of situation, please get out, move on, block if you have to, and go live your own life. Don't be wasting your time, wasting your energy, or crying at night, or overthinking what they're saying, what they're not saying, what they're doing, why they're not doing, and all these questions. Don't waste it on them. It's not worth it. They don't deserve it. Okay? So that's it. That's it for today's podcast. Thank you for listening. I hope it helps out somebody out there. Okay? Till next time, take care. Bye-bye.